Today we're going to start off with the sun salutation. And I know not everybody loves the sun salutation, but a sun salutation is probably the most ideal yoga pose that you can do. It is a great way to get your blood flowing, to get energy moving throughout your body. It's very healing. It strengthens and lengthens every muscle in your body, gets oxygen out to all of the muscles that you need for recovery, to stay healthy and to stay strong. So we're going to go through a series of sun salutations today. We're going to move very slowly because I know some of you are a little bit stressed. So the slower that we move, the more relaxing this pose can become. If you want to pick up the speed a little bit, you can do that. That'll build up a little bit more heat and a little bit more energy in your body. But by moving nice and slow, we're going to keep that energy nice and low and bring that heart rate up just slightly, not a whole lot. So we're going to move very slowly through these poses. Just follow along. Only go as deep into these poses as you feel comfortable. Never push yourself more than you feel comfortable. Never push your body beyond its limitations. Always listen to your body. That is first and foremost the most important thing in yoga. So we're going to come to the top of our mat. You're going to see me going from the side. You can do this while you're facing the screen. Bring the palms of your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes. Feel your heartbeat with your thumbs. Beating probably a little bit slowly because you're sitting here or standing here watching this video. Take a nice deep inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, open your arms, swan dive down, bring your hands down to your feet. If you need to bend your knees a little bit so that you can touch the mat, that's perfectly fine. Now place your hands on your shins and just come up slightly looking forward, giving yourself a nice flat back. Exhale, fold forward once again and step your right foot to the back of the mat. Lower your knee, and now step your left foot to the back of the mat. Bring your toes together, bring your knees to the outside of the mat, and just shift your weight all the way back, coming into child's pose. You can rest your head on the mat. You can make fists with your hands to bring your head in line with your heart. This will keep your head a little bit more in line so that the blood doesn't come rushing to your face. Child's pose is such a relaxing pose. It's very nice. It's a nice way to open up your hips, to stretch out your lower back, and just to get a little bit of relaxation in your body. You can stay in child's pose for as long as you like. If you're having a stressful day, it's a great pose to do. Just kind of detox from the day. Now extend your arms all the way out in front of you, shift your weight up into tabletop pose, and then lower yourself all the way down, coming completely flat on the mat. Bring the palms of your hands next to your chest. Tuck your elbows in, bring your shoulders back and down, and then deep inhale, press your palms into the mat, use your triceps, come up into cobra pose. Make sure your shoulders are not up by your ears, make sure they're down back, and then make sure the tops of your thighs are flat on the mat. Exhale, lower yourself back down onto the mat, press yourself back up through tabletop pose. Let's come back into child's pose one last time. Feel this nice stretch in your back. Inhale, come back up to tabletop, and let's bring that right foot forward, up in between your hands. Now for some of you, your foot might only be able to come part way. That's okay. We want to make sure that foot comes all the way up to the top of the mat. So grasp that foot with that same side hand and guide it forward. Now let's step those left toes forward. Deep inhale, sweep those arms all the way up. Bring the palms of your hands together, palms to heart center. Close your eyes and feel your heartbeat. Beating a little bit faster because we did do some movement. We got our head below our heart. So you're beating just a little bit faster than you were a few moments ago. We're going to do this a few more times, and I'm going to add in some variations. We're going to do downward facing dog as an option. If your shoulders hurt or if you're not comfortable with downward facing dog, you can take child's pose as that option instead. Deep inhale, sweep those arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, open your arms. Swan dive down, bring your hands down to the mat. Once again, hands on your shins. Come up slightly, looking forward to a nice flat back. Exhale, fold forward once again. Inhale, this time let's step your left foot to the back of the mat. And now let's step your right foot to the back of the mat. Lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs. Bring your feet just a few inches apart and don't come up on your tippy toes. Try to press your heels down into the mat. That's going to help to lengthen the muscles behind your legs. Have a nice flat back. Make sure you're trying to press your chest towards your toes. You want a nice big gap between your hands and your feet because this is the full expression of downward facing dog. Okay, we have two options here. I'm going to go through one option first. Let's lower yourselves down to your knees and then bring yourself all the way down to the mat. Press the palms of your hands into the mat, tuck those elbows in, shoulders back and down, press those palms into the mat using your triceps, coming up into cobra pose, a nice stretch for your lower back. Exhale, coming back down. Tuck your toes under, lift yourself back up through tabletop, then lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs, coming back into downward facing dog. Inhale, let's step your left foot forward, up in between your hands, once again guiding it forward with your left hand if you need to. Then let's step that right foot forward. And then slowly come up one vertebra at a time, bringing those palms of the hands together and palms to heart center. Close your eyes and feel your heartbeat. Take a deep inhale, sweep those arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, open your arms, swan dive down, bring your hands to your feet. Inhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat. This time, lower your right knee down on the mat. Place your right hand flat on the mat, next to the inside of your left foot. Take your left hand and reach that hand straight up to the sky, coming into a nice revolved lunge. Let's bring that left hand down to the small of your back, just giving you a nice upper back stretch. Deep inhale, let's reach that left hand straight up to the sky. Once again, bring that hand back down onto the mat. Now let's step your left foot to the back of the mat, coming back into downward facing dog. And while we're here, let's get a little bit of movement in. Raise your right heel as you press your left heel down into the mat, keeping your toes on the mat. And now let's do the same on the other side. Like bicycling your feet, I call this walking the dog. And you can go through this at a nice comfortable pace. This is a nice stretch for your arches. It's a nice stretch for your calf muscles. It's a nice stretch for your hamstrings. Okay, let's bring our feet back into a flat downward facing dog. I'm going to show you that other option now. You can either go back down into tabletop pose, or we can do a plank pose. So you'll shift your weight forward, coming up on the tops of your hands, and then lower yourself flat down on the mat. Keep those palms tucked next to your chest. Tuck those elbows in, shoulders back and down. Deep inhale, press your palms into the mat using your triceps. Coming up into cobra pose, exhale. Lower yourself back down. Make sure those toes are tucked under. Press yourself back up, passing through tabletop. Lift your hips up to the sky. Press your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, let's step that left foot forward. Let's step that right foot forward. Lower your back knee. Place your left hand on the inside of the sole of your right foot. Let's take that right arm, reach that right arm all the way up to the sky, coming into a nice revolved lunge. Deep inhale, and then let's lower that right hand down to the small of your back, giving yourself a nice upper back stretch. Let's reach that right hand straight up to the sky. Once again, bring your right hand down on the mat next to your foot. Let's step that left foot forward, and then slowly come up one vertebra at a time. Bring those palms of the hands together, palms to heart center. Let's feel that heartbeat, beating nice and strong, energizing your entire body. Let's do this one more time. Deep inhale, sweep those arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, open your arms, swan dive down, hands to your feet. Bring your hands to your shins, come up slightly, looking forward, nice flat back. Exhale, hands back down to the mat. Step that left foot to the back of the mat, lower your knee. Now we're gonna go into crescent pose. You're gonna lift your torso up, take those arms and reach them up to the sky. Bring those arms up next to your ears. Deep inhale, exhale. Let's fold forward over your right foot. Step your right foot to the back of the mat, lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs, coming back into downward facing dog, taking whichever option you feel comfortable with, either going through tabletop or doing this plank movement again, and lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Palms of your hands next to your chest, elbows tucked in, shoulders back and down. Deep inhale, press yourself up into cobra pose. Exhale, lowering back down. Inhale, press yourself back up through tabletop, lift your hips up to the sky, press your chest towards your thighs, coming back into downward facing dog. Inhale, let's step that left foot forward, lower your back knee, find your balance and your stability, lift that torso up, take those arms, reach them up to the sky, bringing those arms next to your ears. Exhale, folding forward. Deep inhale, step that right foot forward and slowly coming up one vertebra at a time. Bring the palms of your hands together, palms to heart center. Close your eyes, feel that heart beating nice and strong, energizing your entire body. Pay attention to all of the muscles in your body. Everything feeling so much stronger right now. Everything feeling energized. Slowly open your eyes, bring your hands down to the side, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you can do this a few times, either today or throughout the week. If not, at least once this week, take advantage of this, and I hope to have another video up for you soon. Take care of yourselves, stay nice and healthy, and namaste.